Alright, here we've got Crying Sun's Advanced Tactics being played on Nintendo Switch. For options, we got audio options, text options, and that's it. Alright, I can do a new run here. So the game has you playing as an admiral that has to help determine what happened to the system they had set in place. So you are part of. So you have been cloned, and you've been tasked to determine what's happened to the defenses that these people put in place. Essentially, you find that there's this group that's set to take out these facilities that you're now in right now, and you have to stop them essentially. And we're gonna skip through it here. While this is happening, I want to say that I do love the visuals. One thing I wish that they put in here would have been like actual voice acting instead of what it sounds like kind of sim speak, so to speak. I mean, I can understand it for like the robots, but for the humans, I would have liked to have seen actual voice acting. Instead of just what sounds to be like total gibberish. Okay, so here is where you choose what ship you want to get. So you only have the option of one right now. And then here you pick what officers you want as a part of your crew. So I'm going to pick... Okay, so let me see. Toggle build info, so I'm going to toggle it. Okay, so one thing to note about this game is that each time you play the game, things will be randomized, such as the crew you can pick from. So when I started the new game here on my original Switch, on my Switch Lite, I have different crew that I could have picked from when I started that game. So each game you play will give you a different randomized set of crew you can pick from, which is kind of cool. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pick him. And then we're going to pick this one here. Okay. Alright, now we're going to hit X to start. Loading times aren't very long, which is something I really like. I mean, this initial loading screen is kind of long, but everyone after that hasn't been very long at all. Okay, so essentially, I know I keep saying that a lot, but pretty much, you have this map and you can navigate to these different systems, and you explore planets and things like that. It's kind of cool. Okay, so here you have a cube, and you can ask this little robot guy, some story elements, or you can just get right into it. Send a small team to investigate the cube. We're gonna go ahead and do that. So when you send your crew in to investigate various things, they'll be like resources which you can use to upgrade your ships, and get extra equipment and things like that. Hire crew. and things of that nature. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to, come on. Alright. So we're going to do a fighter there, and do that. And for the hull, we're going to, officer there, we're going to put that there. And then for the weapons, actually, we're going to go ahead and actually, can we, we're going to undeploy that for the hull. We're actually going to put that on weapons. If I can remember on the officer weapons. Okay, so now we're done with that. We're going ahead and scavenge the Neoan cube. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and jump over here. And here's our first fight. So this is a roguelike RTS RPG, I guess you can call it, in the sense that the only RTS portion of it, which I think is kind of, I mean, it fits the game, but the only RTS element is right here. So yeah, I know, I'm good. Okay. So this is the RTS element. So here's what you do. You go ahead and select where you want to deploy the squadron. So we're going to deploy them there. So yeah, this is the only RTS element. So you can actually take these guys and you can take them over here to fight this squadron here and let that play out. But yeah, this is the only RTS element in the entire game. You control your squadrons, which help destroy other ships, and squadrons that that ship deploys. And like I said, it definitely fits the game, but I wish there was more. It was kind of a little bit more involved, or maybe rather a little bit different than it is, I guess you could say. Okay, so I'm going to go over there and attack that. I'm waiting for my weapon to charge up. Okay, and we're going to attack the ship itself, the hull, and we'll let that play out. And it should make quick work of the ship here. Yep. Cool. And ship's gone. And now we'll keep moving on. So we're going to go ahead and just send a team in there. Okay, so we're going to continue on. next area. Okay, so here's an anomaly signal. So anomaly signal can either be good or bad. You're not going to know whether or not it's good or bad until you actually get there and go through and kind of see what it's all about. So anomaly signal is pretty much either a risk, a fight, or some kind of a reward. Okay, and we're going to again deploy the ship. And then we're going to send him over here. And we're going to fire the weapon. There we go. And then we'll move on. So one thing that I haven't showed you guys yet is when you go on an expedition. And it's actually coming up here. So we actually send you off to investigate. Or rather, suggests you go ahead and investigate. Okay, so we're gonna do another ship here. We're gonna do let's do a frigate. Okay, and then we'll scan the planet. So this tells you potentially what artifacts you can find and what threats may lie on the planet. And this gives you the number of retreat opportunities in case you find something that decides it wants to kill you on the planet that you don't initially see prior to going through the process. Okay, so we're going to launch expedition. Yeah, so the crew will try to avoid danger if possible, but they have to fight, they will. And if things get too dangerous, you can either retreat or you can just try to get through it and get to the extraction point. Cool, so we're going to continue. So far, so good. Right, there we go, here's the fight. Okay. Cool, got some resources, only went into one fight. Good. Cool. Got quite a bit there. Okay, so we're gonna go to L. So here's the bigger star map. So essentially, each system contains different point of interest. Ground signal indicators show a system with planetary expedition. Trading beacon indicators show a system where you can buy or repair equipment. Omniforge indicators show a system where you can improve the mark of your squadrons. Anomaly indicators show a system where there's high level risk or reward. Each time you jump, the current sector's rulers get more suspicious. Once the alert encounter reaches 0, they will follow your tracks and try to find you. Being caught will result in a very difficult and unprofitable encounter. So it tells me is they'll try to hunt you down and kill you. Alright, but it's more of the same. You go to the different places, you do expeditions, you get resources, you beef up your fleet, and so on and so forth. Do I recommend the game? Yes, I highly recommend the game. It's definitely a fun roguelike RPG with RTS elements. The graphics are really good. The music's phenomenal. The cutscenes are great. Again, my only gripe is that the dialogue should have been actual voiceover dialogue instead of something that sounds like gibberish. But alright, if you like the game, please consider purchasing it. It's a great game. Lots of fun to be had there. And well, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, till next time. Take care and happy gaming.